right now we are going to see FlashingFire versus Fury 2. Two players who have completely different play styles. If you want to look at a spectrum. Actually, can I please get a water with this? Thank you. I'm so sorry. It's actually out. I thought... Hey, at least I'm not being a prick about it. So there's always that. But if you want to value any form of play on a spectrum, comparatively from passive to active, it's something you really have to take into account when looking at Fury and FlashingFire. So Fury, with the hopes and dreams, playing incredibly aggressive, very sporadic, acting very well off of combos. FlashingFire making sure to work off of his space. So he plays off of in the corner, making sure that you're baited towards him. If you're caught in the wrong position or in a very encroachable position, then he will encroach upon you, as previously stated. So
yeah, they both pretty much just embody what type of characters they are.
Yes, exactly.
So both of them really like fit their characters. So it should be interesting to see. I imagine as soon as Fury gets in and gets a combo, just with the combo weight, Snake should die, because kneeing off the stage usually results in a kill, and you can't recover from Blast Zone, unfortunately, which is Snake's strongest suit, I think. He has really good setup if you let him set up. Falcon's good at just going in and not letting people set up, and he's good at recovering, and Falcon is good at killing.
So
let's see, a few overshoot aerials from Fury, actually doing a lot of work for him.
And one of the big game plans that you really have to have, especially as Captain Falcon in Fury's position, is making sure that you can create a big wall of pressure onto FlashingFire before he has any form of setup. And one of the big facts is that he set down his down B.
His C4?
Yeah, his C4, and then it actually hurt him overall, making sure that he wasn't able to recover in that process off of that sweet spot knee.
Yeah, Snake's quote-unquote broken recovery is mainly just from his C4 being able to lift him back onto the stage at a high percent. So as soon as he has it on you, you can actually worry a little less in some ways, as in I know edge guarding him will be easier because he can't recover.
Ooh, very ambitious down air onto FlashingFire's shield, going to cause an immediate up B out of shields just for a defensive option, and a big back and forth on percent. We're put in the edge guard situation, and yeah, just covering the options. It's always better just to hold on to ledge than to predict that he's going to drift towards it.
Because Falcon will be in 30 frames of landing lag. That's enough time to react to, oh, he is going on stage, I can just fair him, do whatever I want. Plus, he was already sticky, so any extra damage he could have done from anything would have been good.
Exactly, exactly.
Another thing that we should point out is port priority.
Yeah.
Usually whenever you play Snake or Snake is associated in a game, you want to have port 4. Whenever an explosive like hits you and you're both like grabbed, the person who's port 4 doesn't really go anywhere, even though they take damage. It's a little quirk of the engine.
Yeah, and realizing that even at port 3, it's going to work in FlashingFire's favor, just because...
The higher number port.
Yeah, it is the higher number. So it's higher number in PM, it's lower number in melee. And that's something you really have to keep in mind, especially because Fury does play both. I know that he doesn't really like playing off of 4-port priority during a set unless it means everything to him. But Winners Finals, I still have to say, means a lot, especially if you want to take into account an out-of-state win, which is FlashingFire. So...
Speaking of out-of-state, there's a lot of people here.
Yeah, so we actually, I think we worked together with the Oklahomies to make sure that they could come over and then get that practice that they were searching for, just because we want to combine weeklies. Hopefully they can get the experience from the Legacy TE and the new format of stages. On top of, we also want that experience, because being 2 different states, Oklahoma actually isn't too far away. I think it's a 4 to 5 hour drive, just like what we see from Houston.
Yeah, there are people from Texas who live farther away than these Oklahomians.
Yeah, exactly. So being able just to combine communities is definitely something that we always want to see.
Plus, they bring like characters and people we don't get to like see often, or at different skill levels. Like they have a Marth, while our best Marths are a lot better. So we have like access to more Mars at more skill levels. You have access to more Snakes at more skill levels. We do have a local Snake who comes every so often, but not as good as FlashingFire.
Yeah.
So a lot of good like practice even from character matchups.
Ooh, opting for back throw just to get him onto his own down smash. Oh, holding it still with the up B and no form of rinse repeat. Very ambitious punish though coming out from Flaffy.
Yeah, he tried to do single hit nair up tilt, which if it landed would have been amazing damage output.
Working incredibly well. Make sure that he gets that manual reload as well, just so he doesn't miscount in any format. Getting that delayed up air into knee. Very strong, and FlashingFire definitely expecting it with his tongue sticking out for the reaction.
Yeah, his STI was also pretty good on the knee, though it didn't really help too much. So even though this is Fury's counter pick, so he gets like a lot more room to run around, there's no third platform for Snake to camp on, etc. The ceiling is still very, very low, and so it's a lot more. He's a lot more susceptible to C4 kills, despite the fact he's a fast follow heavy character.
And we are seeing some big mistakes coming out from Fury as a player, just not really taking into exception that Snake has one of the best low profiles in the game with his
crouch.
Yeah, with his crouch. And missing 2 grabs throughout the last 5 neutral interactions. And even seeing that low profile right there, just being able to eat a nair is going to work really well for Flaffy if he wants to get back into this percent war.
Yeah, I was talking about how like Falcon has like all this pressure, can kill so easily. It doesn't really matter when Falcon can't start anything.
Yeah.
And whenever you low profile, you say, Falcon, you can't grab me. Dash attack is crouch canceled immediately, and you have to basically go for down air because everything else will be crouch canceled.
Yeah, and it limits those options. You either have to go for a boost grab, which will extend the grab box of Captain Falcon, or you have to go for the down air like you were previously stating. One of the 2 big callouts for low profiles with Captain Falcon. So, and we see that with other characters like Fox, and it's probably one of the strongest tools that Snake has, just being able to get into that military low profile.
A little bit of camping, has that down smash mine just right there, keeping him from running in. He is able to like dash in and shield and run away, so it's forcing FlashingFire to take up more space than he needs.
And it's good that Fury as well, even working off of what his tag is at the moment, making sure that he lives and making the most out of every stock as if it is his last. That's the reason why he put it on. So
okay, that's pretty good.
FlashingFire just making sure that he can get his zoning potential out, but with the patience that we are seeing from Fury,
there we go. Even manages to grab the low profile. Oh, is this an immediate run back or did it miss input?
It is an immediate run back.
Let's go. Interesting, no time to decide if they want to counterpick or not. Flaffy just like, I want to go back here. I like it.
I mean, so this is a pretty neutral stage, and one of the reasons why Flaffy left it open is because the combo potential coming out from Snake is pretty strong here. Both characters work well off of a horizontally inclined combo base. And it allows Flaffy to abuse the low profile even more, just because Fury is going to be working off of a lot of space. With the 2 platforms that we see separated, one of the big plans that we see from Snakes at a higher level, even Rex does this too, is that you're going to be able to plant and down smash on one side of the stage, and then you're going to be causing pressure on the complete opposite of it. So we see the down smash on the left, a majority of the fighting, and where Flaffy was running towards was to the right, just so he completely controls one full asset of Pokemon Stadium and lowers the movement options that Fury is allowed to go towards.
It's Snake's, if he's allowed to set up, can control way too much of the stage, like just left alone.
And it's that strong zoning potential, one of the big things that Fury really has to take into account, making sure that he can abuse that pressure so FlashingFire can't set up. Ooh, dash attack, incredible shark quality, just because it has the front hitbox only on the head, but nowhere else on the hitbox.
There we go. Up B out of shield, pull grenade. I'm always just so surprised how much he can play with his own shield and with B moves, just almost simultaneously.
Yeah, and it's just that quick quality, quick expertise that we're seeing from FlashingFire. Very familiar with Snake as a character. He's been playing this game for roughly 4 to 5 years, if I remember correctly. So I could be wrong on the total count, but I definitely remember him having a long lifespan, even when I started. So being well known for that. One of the
gets the sticky off of the jump.
And one of the strongest qualities, if you're not confident in forcing that air-to-air, if you want to meet up, you can always drop a stick because one, if it misses, then all you really have to do is, or it causes ground pressure. If it lands, then you get the stick.
It's very good.
Yeah. No, go for it.
Well, one thing about the stick as well is sometimes it's like Snake can be like, oh, I can down air you right now. I can like force you in a knockdown. I can like do a punish off of this, sort of like this, where he like down airs jab resets. Or I can go for a sticky. And a sticky basically just says I can save my best punish for later instead of racking on this early percent. Right there, instead of like jab resetting and going for more, he decides to stick, as I was saying. Oh my god.
And very strong punish coming out from FlashingFire. If he ever wanted to go for a backdash, especially in that corner situation, being able to cover with a Dacus is one of your strong options. Because Fury immediately jumped, he was also caught by the pickup, which is the mortar that comes out of the Dacus, and then it just puts him in a very poor position. It's
going back.
It's a great lockdown from FlashingFire, and he seems very confident. One of the just know the habits in that immediate download.
Shoutouts to Fury starting game 4 with an up B. Run up B.
Oh, and yeah, that was his third trank, so I have to be very careful. Losing out on a lot, or just one form of his options, but a great option if you want to really slow down a quick and very, I don't know, very pester character like Captain Falcon.
Now, Sticky's not that good on Falcon because one of Sticky's main counters is just jumping. Because you can only be asleep if you're on the ground. If you jump, you just like get hit a little bit, and that's it.
Yeah.
Falcon loves to approach with aerials, and especially from like that distance where Snake wants to trank. So if he goes for a trank at the same time Fury wants to approaching with an aerial, then like Falcon takes 1% and that's it. And he loses one of his 3 tranks.
So I wouldn't say it's too bad of a counter anyways, because if you do jump and you're hit with trank, what will happen is that'll keep you in place. It's practically a Falco laser that you're allowed to get 3 times. Playing it very careful with that stock lead, and FlashingFire actually getting a little upset, but I mean, predicting the fact that he was going to opt towards platform, getting that kill with the fair. Oh, no form of Dacus.
That was actually a situation right there where if Fury had chosen to take port priority, that grab there would have been a lot better for him.
Yeah.
Because he had to like go for the throw immediately where the mortar would have hit him and sent him away.
Oh, and I love it. Playing so patient, working off the positioning, and then knowing that Fury is going to give up space with his own backdash, just using the mine against him. So really have to keep that in mind. And I talked about this with Studebaker earlier, is that Snake is so good off of pressure in platform fighters just because against characters that don't have great vertical options to escape the pressure. So one of the big things that we see from Sheik and even Captain Falcon is that their best way to avoid pressure is through a backdash. And that just gives up more space. If he has a mine like he had previously set up, it makes Fury more prone just to run into the down smash. Great stick. Ooh, with the carry.
And gets the knee off. Luckily, killing Snake does remove your sticky, so Flaffy has to set up for another stick if he wants to get like an extreme punish.
Exactly. But with 100%, yeah, just trying to work off of the down smash. Make sure that the fair lands right into it. You have to make sure that you keep it in mind. And also even setting it up with its own down smash. Catching that double jump.
Oh, misses the trank. Might get poorly punished for that.
First hit in air, and Fury's playing pretty exceptional with his movement right now. No call out onto the forward smash, knowing that the third, or F smash 3 could have came out just because he did delay it. The run after with the dash attack, Fury with his own laugh. and still put in a poor position, allowing for Flaffy just to get more setup. Incredible air dodge.
There's a few air dodges you can do like that, but you have to like shake the C stick or something in a particular direction to make sure you don't aerial, but still air dodge.
Yeah. All right, it's going to be Game 5 of Winners Finals. Flaffy versus Fury.
PS2?
I don't think so. I honestly, with the bans, it could go to Battlefield, which is Snake's stronger pick. Could also go to Dreamland or Delfino's. Opting towards Wario Land?
Let's go.
Okay.
So for people out of region, and if you don't know, Wario Land has been changed a little bit, where its blast zones are just a little bit farther out there. So you don't die at 40 off of like random hits.
And this is with the new standard that we've been seeing with the TE changes. Yeah, and the TE standardization. Specifically not on the build itself. This is just one of the big changes that we wanted to make within the upcoming months. That a lot of regions formally or like informally agreed upon. Because I know that there was a lot of drama that came with these new stage picks, but it's not too bad. I think there was a lot of acceptance that came with Smash and Splash 4. So
yeah, Smash and Smash 4 basically used this new stage list, and it was a wonderful tournament. Everyone seemed to love it, so hopefully the stages are here to stay, because I actually really enjoyed them.
Yeah, and we will be seeing this at Low Tier City as well. So get ready if you want to learn any form of the stages. The actual build for Infinity and Beyond right now is available for download, along with the Smash and Splash 4 build if you would like any form of practice. Low Tier City 6 build will also be ready in the next week. So there are a lot of options to be had if you want some form of practice with the latest and greatest builds for Project M Legacy 2.0.
Who's in charge of the music pack?
Me.
Good job. Keep Persona 5 Life Will Change on Smashville, please.
Yeah. What'd you say, Chase?
Oh my god.
There's definitely some good songs in store.
Only if it's the Cowboy Bebop intro song.
No. It's already been used. It's already been used.
Ah, dang.
We
Oh no, Fury. Oh, this is bad, but he lives. He's able to grab ledge too. Interesting.
So what I really like about WarioWare as a stage, especially with Snake as a character, is that there is a lot of platform coverage to be had. Because of the top left and right platform, the most used are going to be the middle on the left and right, and there's a lot of coverage to be had from Snake as a character.
Oh my god, he lived and he killed him?
Yeah.
No way.
Fury has a lot of potential to come back.
This is Fury's last stock. He's playing it really hard. Oh, there we go. Just waiting to see what option he picks.
Oh my lord.
God. That was like a 3-stock comeback.
Wow.
That was a 3-stock
That
comeback.
was good.
Ah. Good job,
Wow.
Fury.
Dang, we talked about music and we could have... That was good. That was good.